And it's Lewis. Hello, Lewis. How the devil are you? Are you having a good week? Lovely to have you here. Thank you for coming on in. Oh, it's very good. Good man. Always check that posture. Straight upright. True British sterling fashion. How have you been, my friend? Are you keeping okay? What's been the week like for you so far? It's been a rather busy one over here, but I'm not a grumbler, because otherwise it's been very good to me. Has it been good to you? I've seen you go live a couple of times, but I feel like I'm missing out on notifications. Am I right? Because Twitch has been terribly funny this week. Oh, I need to wash them. In fact, come with me. We shall have a little wash, shall we, whilst people are... Get added content here, Lewis. You get to buy the terribly cluttered sink washing. Not even got to finishing, because it's all fresh. Not quite sexy, but it's hello, sexy. I love the entrance, always with the chicken. And it's Lottie too. Hello, Lottie. How are you? So you didn't need the alarm after all. I'll always happily remind you. May we all say a massive congratulations to Lottie, who I don't know if you know, managed a 24-hour, I mean, that's worth saying twice, 24-hour charity stream. I can't think of anything I can do for Lottie for 24 hours, save possibly for breathing. That is about, I think, the best I could do. So an absolutely gargantuan effort, and I particularly loved the VR Exorcist. Never mind, Combat, you can't always be the first one in. You are always, however, immediate in our thoughts. I bet you are, Lottie. That's a heck of an effort. You must be truly very... And how much did you raise, and who was it for? Remind me again, because I've had several people saying that they are doing charity streams. I know one recently was for Mind. It's on the tip of my tongue. 300... Wow. That is a sterling effort. That's a brilliant effort. You should be very, very proud indeed. However, Comet, you're not the first. However, you're all here. You get the bonus material. It's like Marvel. Hello, Meowki. Enjoy the lurk, and I hope your birthday surprise for your friend is going well. This is bonus content. This is kitchen ASMR washing. You see, got to get our celery clean. And no Twitch censors. This is not inappropriate. This is cleaning vegetables. Behave yourselves. Behave yourselves. I couldn't have done... Well, do you know what? I don't think, I think you praise us all, but I think praise has to go to you and your marvellous family, and it was terribly funny watching the kids play too. I thought that was lovely. He's streaming right now and you're playing with him. Oh, that's super, that's marvellous. We're doing great, Meow. I've rushed around like a lunatic, but I'm going to try and slow down, otherwise we're going to end up with one very botched dish. And I've realised I've just got water on the charging cable. Now that is a potential hazard. My goodness gracious me, Pincushion is here as well. I am very lucky this evening. How are you, Pincushion? Pincushion, what time of day is it for you? It must be... Gosh, you made it just before work, I imagine. Hello, welcome on in. And Pincushion, I'm sure everybody knows... Oh, Pincushion, you haven't. You star. Thank you ever so much. That is phenomenal. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't do a shout-out from here, and I've not set up the clever gizmo that lets me do it, but if you don't already watch Pincushion, you absolutely must. You'll never see quite such funny horror games being done, and she's absolutely lovely to boot. And with a dog that periodically licks her, which is... randomly in the middle of zombies fighting, yet please don't lick my leg. You're on your way to work. Oh, I'm sorry, but 100 times I thank you. It's marvellously generous of you. I hope we continue to provide sufficient amusement. And we're going to have emotes soon. I hope everybody saw. We've got the emotes are coming. They are designed by Mrs. Owl, and they are with, I suppose, the gods of Twitch emotes. They will be with us soon. Pincushion, if you have not got your email address, and this is for any of our subs or anyone who does sub, I do a once a week email to all our subs. if you make sure that your email is on your Twitch account, I'll never get it. I just get a box that says email all your subs. And so I send everyone out an email once a week, let you know everything that's going on, what the plans are. Sometimes get, I get feedback from all the subs as to ideas we've got, any thoughts they have. Kind of like Patreon. I haven't got a Patreon because I'm not producing any content yet, save for saying hello to you lovely folk. But we do like you to be a part of the journey. So once again, Pincushion, thank you very much. My newest sub. I'm absolutely honoured. And Smoke is here as well. My goodness, everybody's here tonight. I'm feeling terribly lucky here. How are you, Smoke? Smoke, the man here with arms that could destroy a city just by standing outside. Huge. Makes us all feel terribly inferior. But he's also terribly nice, so you don't really feel so bad about it. How can one feel so, bad at such a figure of masculinity when he's just so damn pleasant at the same time? And I must admit, I don't know if any of you all follow Falama, Rob and Dan, marvellously funny last night playing The Way Out and all their drawing today. Hang on, what's that didn't work, Convict? But I saw the picture of the owl with the with the decaf towel. So here we are again. I can't actually remember the last stream we did. Oh goodness, I didn't see that, Convict. I'm so thank you very much indeed. Nothing popped up. I'm terribly sorry. Thank you very much, my friend. You are Primus sub. You are the first ever sub that was. And a constant star, and a lovely fellow. I'm sure everyone here already knows Convict. He's like a sort of a godfather figure in this little corner of the street. He's always everywhere and always supporting. I don't quite know how you manage it actually. You're sort of everywhere. You come here. You listen. You insult my family. We set Convict on you. The accent slightly slipped there for a moment. I'm not quite sure we'll go stop being muffled. And Reaper as well. Hello, Reaper. How are you? Welcome on in on this lovely Wednesday evening. Gosh, I feel very lucky. There's so many of you here tonight. Thank you ever so much for joining me. Are you having a good day, Reaper? Reaper, we've got lots of people in. I'm going to fail to remember everyone. We've got Smoke, Convict, Pincushion, Meowkey. We've got Sexy Chicken, always the man with the sexy chicken. We've got Lewis Plays Games. We've got Lottie is here as well. Oh, Reaper's the birthday boy. Hang on a minute. We have a thing here, Reaper. If you're the birthday boy, you can be sung to. Hang on. Water. Oh, empty. Hang on. Someone commented, I am currently highly strung and highly caffeinated, Al. However, if we have birthday boys and girls, they get a happy birthday wish to them. Are you not everywhere? Comic, the fact you are here makes me feel very privileged. Nevertheless, I do view you as a godfather-like figure, just sort of masterminding all things. And for Reaper, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Reaper Spree, happy birthday to you. And I'm sure the chat will give us a little hip hip hooray, by emotes or otherwise. If I shall not, hip hip, hooray, hip hip, without a knife, hooray, and hip hip, hooray. Clip it. There's another one actually coughing to be singing someone. I can't remember who it was. I think it was it the affiliate stream? We had lots of people's birthdays. Do you know what I've realised? I'm just so happily chatting away. I don't think I've actually told anybody what we're doing yet. I want that as my ringtone. Do you know what, Sir? If we can do it, give me something you a friend's little. That's right, Convict. I did. It was a young fella's birthday. I gave them a song. Well, so if you've got a request, maybe you can turn me into a ringtone or an alert. Now is the time to get out of bed. Now is the time to make sure that you are fed and watered. So, So, do you know, I probably should explain what it is we're doing. I was able to find some beautiful looking lemon sole that was on sale, and I thought, well, we better do something with it because it looked beautiful from inside its packaging, and I didn't want it to go to waste. So, what I am proposing to do is very slowly put together the basics of an Italian sauce, using, if it were, the holy trifecta of Italian cooking. And that is onions, carrot, celery. Those three together, finely diced, is the start point of, I think, most good Italian sauces. So I've taken shallots because they're a little bit sweeter, and I must depart. Happy to thank you, Pincushion. And Lewis has asked for a sonnet or a haiku. Have a marvellous day at work, Pincushion. Thank you for dropping in. Thank you for becoming our brand new member of the Roost, the brand new sub of the day. And Lewis asks for a sonnet. You shall forgive me if I just poke my potatoes. How are they doing? Give them 2 more minutes. Let's have a look. Because we were in the middle of Shakespeare sonnets. Let me go and grab a chair. Oops, daisy. Haiku. Convict, I may struggle because I'm downstairs and there is no haiku books. But if Mrs. Owl comes down, I'll ask her to find me one and I'll do you a haiku. I was saying, love, if you can find a haiku, Convict would like one. Yes. But they first asked for a sonnet, so we shall give them a sonnet. We also had a happy birthday sing. It's Reaper's birthday. Mrs. Owl heard that. Don't worry, Convict, we'll find you one. Oh, bless Lottie. My little boy Cole said, I think he needs a bigger camera, Mummy. We can't see his face. Oh, thank you, Cole. Hello, Cole. Wait, I already have enough points for a dramatic reading. Oh, goodness gracious. And Omega's here. Everybody's here this evening. It's a very busy evening. This is lovely. Hello. How are you, Omega? You've caught me chopping shallots, and I shall... Shall we do 2 at a time, Lewis? I shall read a haiku and chop onions. Here we... Actually, no, that's folly, actually. I'm going to end up cutting my own finger. Let's do 1 at a time. Okay. This one is a Shakespearean sonnet entitled Only 8. Oh, bless, that's... Hello, Cole. Here we are. This is Shakespeare's sonnet described as number 8. Oh, gosh, hang on, the background music's playing. Wait a minute. Let's just turn that off. There we are. Right. I keep leaning on the send button. Here we are. Lewis, a little late. Here is your sonnet, my friend. Music to hear. Why hear'st thou music sadly? Sweets with sweets warn not. Joy delights in joy. Why lovest thou that which thou receivest not gladly? Or else receivest with pleasure thine annoy? If the true concord of well-tuned sounds by unions married do offend thine ear, they do but sweetly chide thee, who confounds in singleness the parts that thou shouldst bear. Mark how one string, sweet husband to another, strikes each in each by mutual ordering, resembling sire and child and happy mother, who all in one pleasing note do sing, whose speechless song being many, seeming one, sings this to thee, thou single wilt prove none. Fairly dramatic. That's Shakespeare for you. And Mrs. Owl cometh with a haiku.
Well, there's some options. I looked up funny haikus.
Ooh, funny haikus. Convict, we'll do your funny one.
Okay, so there's like this one.
That one I like.
And then there's... Oh, my phone is so crap.
Here we are. Daisy. So, and anyone who wants this recipe, folks, it will, I promise, like all of them, go onto Discord. I'm probably going to have to take a day's annual leave at some point and just sit there and type all of the... Okay, top left.
And then there's one more that I liked. This one.
Yeah, we'll go with that last one at the top.
Okay.
So, there's going to be loads.
There you go.
And Lottie says hello to you.
Hello.
Here we are. A very clever haiku for convict. 5 syllables here. 7 more syllables there. Are you happy now? Whoever came up with that, that's very clever. I need to find I've been trying to find a book of traditional and ancient haiku, but they're struggling somewhat.
Ancient?
Yeah, I'm looking for to go
What
right
are
back.
they
And,
ancient?
it depends how far back you go. I mean, the haiku's been around for a while. And Sammy's here too. Hello, Sammy. How are you? Oh, did I tell you about Pincushion has just become our newest sub? And we have another member of the Roost. Our Roost is getting very big.
Is it called a roost for owls? Or is that what you
That is what I've called it. Technically, folks, it's called a parliament. But for me, that sounds far too serious for what we all do here. It's not that I'm a dictator. Yes, I couldn't agree more with Miyaki. Pincushion, I know we struggle with time zones, but if you ever catch her VODs, they are hilarious.
What does God mean?
Video on demand. Right, so I'm going to just... I realise I've been so busy nattering away, I've explained absolutely a grand total of nothing of what I'm doing. And yes, I'm sorry, and Convict is the first resub we've ever had. Not the first one in, and the first resub. And Falama is here too. Hello, Falama. I loved your art. I absolutely loved the owl. I absolutely loved the owl with the decaf towel. That's brilliantly done. Jason too. Hello, Jason. How are you? Welcome on in. We are such a busy evening. That's lovely. What I'm doing, folks, and I will turn the camera around in a minute. Mrs. Owl has now joined us. She's doing a little art in the corner. I say in the corner at the dining table. She's not resigned herself to a corner of the room.
Put me in the corner.
Just poor Mrs. Owl in the corner. Oh, that's very kind of you. Falama, so he's very fond of your art. Gave her a happy look and a wave as she's drinking some water. Jason, are you well? How are you? Dan, exactly. Everybody's here. I'm genuinely, absolutely chuffed. I don't know what I did to deserve this, chaps. It's very good of you. I will turn the camera around in a minute, but there's a lot of chop and prep. What I'm doing is, in short, and Sammy I think we may have discussed cooking techniques at some point. I'm making the start of... and the bit of Korean too. Yes, Mrs. Owl was chuffed that she got that right. Just being you is enough to... Oh, Sammy's far too kind chap. I have, however, lost my grater. What have I done? Oh, there's right.
So by grated, you mean peeler?
I did mean peeler. It's a good, folks. It's been a funny old day in the work in the day job. I'm going back to it tonight, so if anybody is streaming this evening, you may have me there lurking as I plough on through paperwork. Oh, bless you, Lossie. Thank you very much. Well, to everyone who's been here from the start and just quietly watching, welcome to what I hope is a very chilled corner of Twitch this evening. This is what I shall hope to give you all. It's a way in which we may all relax and enjoy ourselves. So what's going on to my left is we've got the shallots are now very gently starting to sweat down. And I want to put them in first because I want to take the sauce very slowly. And I'm going to pop in a surprise ingredient that I only thought about as I went out to go and get the potatoes I'd forgotten about. I'm going to put in just the smallest amount of chorizo. Just because I want just a little bit of that smoky oil to come out of it. Not particularly because we want a lot of meat in this, but if you cook it very slowly, rather than fast... Convict, your resub has just come through. And he subscribed at 2 months. 2 months? What? Yes, please, can we have some of this love and hype for Convict? My God, thank you very much. That's phenomenally kind. Everyone's chatting so much, I've missed a message up there. Hang on, I'll scroll down. I work to live and not live to work. That is true. Am I like Dave Brent in The Office? Do you know, I've never, don't think, really watched The Office. But there is a lot of paperwork. Or as Omega would say, I think he's probably with the little one at the moment, this spying malarkey produces a lot of red tape. Or if RC and KP were here, they'd say that my work as a sewage maintenance man involves a lot of paperwork. Sammy, I'm so sorry. Why is it always your messages that I... What is going... You streamed for an hour. Oh, good man. How are you feeling, by the way, in terms of the injury? Were you able to get through it okay? Are you able to keep your leg high enough? Folks, to anyone that doesn't know, poor Sammy had a rather bad injury to his ankle and his foot, and he's currently hors de combat. Sammy, I don't know what it is. Why do your messages always sneak past? Are you a stealth messenger? So as you can see, all of the pieces for the sauce I'm aiming for as small as possible. And a host from Smoke. Smoke, thank you very much indeed. I'm sorry the bells and whistles aren't going off quite as much. It's because I'm down here on the phone, and the phone doesn't plug through quite as much bells and whistles as the desktop does.
Oh yeah, there must be a way to fix that.
Yeah, I might look into that, because I know some people must stream on their phones and actually have the various bits and pieces. You were probably fuming about Rob and I escaping prison. Spies like us that put us there. Oh God, he's on to me. They're on to me, folks. So, I shall pan around the chaos and just show you what we're starting with, because it's actually quite a pretty picture. I love the starts of these sauces. I think they're tremendous. So just give that a stir. Right, let's unplug you all, because you're all on charge. Let's come over here, and I'll do it this way so I don't accidentally reveal Mrs. Owl at work. So in reverse. No. What we've got is let's make sure I show you all what's going on. We've got the start of our sauce, so the shallots gently breaking down. I want the same with the chorizo, just to release a little bit of the smoky oil that comes with them. And then we shall be putting in our carrots and our celery. And then when all of that's together, we're going to turn that right the way down. And that's just going to bubble away quietly whilst we do everything else. For a spy, I'm not very vigilant. I keep missing it. I am the world's worst spy, Sammy. If I were a spy, I think this entire country would be doomed. We'd be in terrible trouble. No problem, Omega. Have fun. You can always click the exclamation mark lurk, folks, if you ever need to toddle off. And I will see that you are having a quiet little watch from the roost and the branches. So, anyway, as I say, we'll put this on, but really very small pieces. If I'd been more prepared, I would have done this in a food processor. But as it is, because I was late and bewildered, I could do, but it's sort of a case I think I've started now, so I shall finish. Yeah, we shall just start getting the ingredients in. Loving the towel on the shoulder. Sammy, it was a gift from Mrs. Owl, and I love it so much that I've never actually used it as a tea towel because I don't want to get it dirty, which is perhaps silly. Biscuit, hello Biscuit, how are you? Welcome on in. Say hello to Biscuit, everybody. We've got a busy old chat this evening. What's lemon sole? Lemon sole is a fish. I think it is mostly found, if I'm right, in the Atlantic. It's quite a light fish. It's quite flaky. So, because honestly, I looked it up before the stream, and then I meant to re-look at it again before we started, in case someone very clever like Biscuit asked that question. I would have it at the tip of my tongue. Sadly, that has now fallen through. But it's quite texture-wise, it's not quite as solid as hake or cod. So what we're going to do, and I've got the oven warming up next to me for our parboiled potatoes. You love hake? Yeah, hake's a good one.
I love monkfish.
My daughter just said biscuit. Where? Right, so let's keep chopperooing. Yes, it is a flat one, Sammy. You're absolutely right. We're just going to get the sauce on, and then we'll get the fish prepared. Just because I want to put this right down in terms of its temperature, and then let it slowly do its thing. And I thought this would be a bit more interesting than So decaffeinated as he knew I'll be. Yes, I know that Sammy's going to be there, waiting to give me tips and guidance. But no, I genuinely had meant to look at it again to refresh my mind, and then at about, when was it that I realised that we didn't have principal ingredients? Like 5:15. My backside was a blur as I left the house. Raced away to go and get the necessary. There we are. So again, very small, as small as you can manage. And if you're at all bothered about your knife work, of course, this could easily be done in a food processor. It would also probably be a darn sight faster. But as it is, chop away. Whoops. That was nearly a painful whoops. Should be careful. So, there we go. That's. And then we've got a little white wine on standby to blanch what we've got, just to sear around the pan. It wasn't meant to be cooking wine, but I sort of drank some of it, drank some more, forgot about it slightly, and now it's cooking wine. Watch your fingers. Thank you, Sammy. I shall be. We've had that once before. So you got knife work. Do you know, I do, except there was meant to be a stream in just before we went on holiday to Venice, and I accidentally sliced through my knuckle to the point where I couldn't do anything really in the kitchen, which was a bit of a bummer. So sometimes, and this is, Sammy, this is not my defence. This is not me pleading the fifth, whatever it is they do in America. But sometimes I am looking straight down rather than glancing up at the chat, just to be careful. So here we go. And also, folks, if you fancy toddling over to either Convict's Discord or my own, I'm not the only person who's been thumping around the kitchen this evening. Convict whipping up a rather marvellous chicken and black bean and vegetable stew, stir fry. And who have we got here? Ilana. Hello, Ilana. How are you? I hope you're having a marvellous day. Welcome on in. And hello from everyone. Let's give Ilana a big hello, chaps and folks. I hope you're having a marvellous day. This has been one very busy stream. Lovely. We've got almost every one of our regular crew and our regular band. Hope you're having a marvellous day, Alana. Well, and hope you enjoy what you see. What we are doing is a little prep for an Italian sauce to go with lemon sole and some roasted tender stem broccoli, which is getting lost underneath my pile of vegetables here. And I shall pan back to our sauce in a minute. But I'm just going to throw in as much celery as I can. And a very poor bit of stream in there. I'm putting my hand right in the way of the chopping, which is not helpful. Oh, Biscuit, that is very kind of you. Thank you very much. I'm excellent, Alana. I've had a heck of a day in the day job, but I'm delighted to have been able to make it. There was a moment where I sort of wavered and wondered if I'd have to yet again be wayward and not be here, but here we are. And I shall be back at the day job to work in the evening, and I shall host and watch others from the shadows. And Biscuit, very kind indeed. All I can say, and this echoes, I think, the point made by Lottie's lovely son, Cole. My face is not on camera. I have a voice for radio, I have a face for radio, as the great Terry Worker once said. You're better off watching everything that's going on here, I think. Forget what's going on up here. We don't need that. That would ruin the day. Shut up that. Poor Mrs. Owl has it enough. I shall be chided for being mean to myself. Oh, there we are. So, we are nearly done. Just having an eye on our sauce to make sure there's an even balance of all the ingredients. So the basis of it's the Italian trifecta, folks. If you ever fancy making the base of a sauce and making it really Italian-esque, what you want is celery, carrot, and onion. And I've remembered, someone asked me why I was using shallots, I think, unless I've just invented that question in my head. But I'll answer it anyway. In the Put wet kitchen. You know what? You're quite right. It is shifting around quite a lot. It's getting close to my fingers. Hang on a moment. Let's. Oh well. Hello to Mrs. Phoenix. It's always a pleasure knowing that you're listening in the background, and I trust you and Mr. Phoenix and Little Phoenix are all very well indeed today. Right. Convict is quite right. Let's have a bit of health and safety here. That's already wet from my own hands. So let's just modder the ear. And there we are. That'll stop it moving around a bit. Now I think actually let's do the last. Chew some Hello, Six. How are you, chicks? I haven't got any bubble gum, in fact. Although that would work. Would I try? Elana, honestly, if anyone's got suggestions, if Convict, Little Phoenix is getting off to bed. Oh, bless him. If you've got anything you'd like to suggest, if one of my mods would be kind enough, there's a link to our Discord, and if people have got suggestions, we will look through them. We won't always do absolutely everything, but we are always intrigued to try new things. We have tried Karaji chicken, which is not something I've ever had before, and it was delicious. We've had chicken adobo. The chicken adobo is a cracker. In fact, we do need to do that again because there were some fundamental tweaks, and I think that we could make it spectacular. So yes, in short, Alana, if you've got a suggestion, pop on over to our Discord, come and join the roost, let us know what it is, and I'll happily, very happily indeed, go have a look. So I'm going to use our last shallot. That's it, I was telling you all about the shallots, wasn't I? Tropea onions are particular to Italy and the region of Tropea. They are phenomenally sweet. Redeem highlight my message. -100. What have I done wrong, 6 Week? Biscuit, I want to see some oxtail and rice and peas, some Caribbean food. Ooh. I'm all for Caribbean food. Never done oxtail before. Great. Oh, yeah. Oxtail curry. That's interesting. Right. So let's pan this all around again. Oops, daisy. My hands are slippy. Here we go. Right. So here's the start of our trifecta sauce, basically. We've got shallots, we've got carrots. I've put in a little chorizo for the oil. And basically now I'm going to give that a good glug of white wine. A heap of seasoning. I'm going to let that bubble away. I've ever had steak tartare. Interestingly, I have had, what was it we had? It's tuna tartare. Getting warnings on my phone. Is everyone still there? Sorry, my phone just exploded with strange things. Have I done Nigerian jollof rice? I have not. Tell us more about that, Omega. What's that? And also, I'll have a look. Put that suggestion on our channel, and I will have a look. I'll tell you what, mutton curry as well, Sammy. I'd be delighted to try mutton curry. Here we go. So, splash of wine as we are. There we go. And hello, Jess. How are you? Welcome on in. I didn't in fact see you coming in, Jess. I'm sorry. Welcome on in. I missed it earlier. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Right. So, with a little glug of wine, I'm going to turn the temperature up now and start to get that working. Wine. She comes from Zambia. Who's that? Right, hang on. So, spot of rosemary, in fact, quite a bit of rosemary. I'll use it up. Spot of thyme. You can tell I'm slightly ad-libbing here, but it should work out very nicely indeed. Now, let's start blanching as well our tomatoes. So as many of these in as we can manage. And we've got a fresh crop from our own garden, which I'm going to fetch and put in to oven roast. I think is what we'll have. Although I might need a few more for the size of sauce. See how we get along. More rather than less. Right you are. Guidance from Mrs. Alda. More rather than less. That's true actually, yes we do. Right, so just going to throw these in absolutely whole and let them simmer down, do their thing. There we go. Let's have some more. In fact, here we go. Straight from the garden, folks. Not this very afternoon, but the afternoon before. Pre-washed, of course. If you're growing in your own garden, make sure that you wash them first, but wash them before I put them in the fridge. So, sauce build, I mean, hopefully the majority of this dish is going to be, the building blocks anyway, will be this sauce. That's why we're taking quite so much time with it at the start. So, there we go. Pop that in. And now I'm just going to add a little... That one I actually threw in and forgot to chop. So we want, I think, a little fish stock. You should always watch your veg even if you get it in the supermarket. Quite right, Convict. You absolutely should. In fact, should we have a little clean? We're getting a little bit messy here. Hang on. Let's get that out of the way. Shall move my stool. The Convict always reminds us we clean as we go here. So yes, if anyone's ever got any suggestions for what we could cook next, do toddle along to the Discord. I do read all suggestions. I take on board all observations. Because there's an awful lot of cooking that we do, generally, and there's a lot of fermenting and curing and baking. In fact, one of the new projects is going to be a healthy dessert. The Holy Grail, indeed. Let's see. That's a bit cleaner now. So we can just pop a little bit of starchy water into our sauce. I will post it in the detail. Marvellous, thank you. Kidden asks when you're making the melt in the middle cookies. We are going to do those when we hit follower and sub goals, which I have yet to put up, which when we get to a certain point I'll buy the equipment so that I can vac pack them, and if you live in the UK you'll then be able to get your hands on, we'll do a stream, we'll make a variety of melt in the middle cookies, we will do tempered chocolate, very posh cookies, and I think we'll do something else as well. I mean, I had the idea of doing pistachio with tempered chocolate, cherry powder with a melt in the middle amaretto cherry with the tempered chocolate as well, and then a good standard I want to chew this cookie, because you can't really go wrong with that, can you? Right. So here we go. In fact, that could do with even more tomatoes actually. Let's go crazy. Can I get a tea towel? I'm lactose intolerant. Convict, for you, we will sort something. We absolutely will. Maybe I should try and do a lactose intolerant stream. Do food that's just for you. Well, not just for you. I'm sure there are others out there who are lactose intolerant. So, are we ready to pan back, folks? Let's go and have another look. Also, my charger is being terribly funny and pernickety, so I'm going to hope we don't lose all charge at some point. But here we are. Now, I've used a little bit of water to start letting this sort of get its juices going. I'm going to throw in a host more seasoning. Then we're going to get to work on the potatoes over there. And then that's going to turn down and simmer for a good long while. That would be cool, as everything tastes like... Oh dear. Gosh. Let me look into it, Convict. Because let's face it, I know those who are gluten-free, I know those who are dairy-free, sugar-free. It's a complicated business. And also to make sure that you're not sort of left out, basically. So I'm going to cheat here in only one regard. Little fish stock cube. Put that in there. Bit more water. Now, I'm going to just cover that up and let that simmer away as we get to work on other things. Right. And Mrs. Owl will hopefully next time she's up she'll give her opinion, see if we need anything else in it. But we've got to give the tomatoes time just to work their way down. There'll be plenty of salt in this, so I'm hanging back on the salt for now. Not to mention, of course, the fish as well will be quite salty. Oops, easy. Right. We have one simmering sauce. Let's get our potatoes out. So, these I already started parboiling before the stream, so let's just go. These will probably take, I'll probably want to give them about 30 minutes, I reckon. So let's just pop these. So they're al dente, mostly done. But we are just going to give them a host of seasoning. Pop them onto an oven tray, and that will go in just before the fish does. The fish should not take very long at all, and then we can get started about thinking about our crispy skin. So, for my sweet potatoes, for my baby potatoes, which are herb encrusted, assuming that I now have any herbs, having just used most of them, just pop it in a pan. We are going to give them a light, he says jokingly, light drizzle of oil. It's not really light at all, but there we are. Plenty of pepper and salt. Plenty. There we go. Salt your potatoes. What oil was that? That was, we were using ground nut oil, so there'll actually be a nutty taste with it as well. So let's do a generous bit of thyme. Oregano. And then nothing more complicated than giving them a darn good shake. Sophisticated stuff, this. Allergic to nuts and cream. Sammy, remind me never to make my nutty, creamy dessert for you. I shall put you in an allergic coma. We shall not do that. So, the nice trick here is that we can actually also use some of this oil and herbs to base our vegetables and our fish in. So, here we go. Voila. Good start. So we'll have them in. There we go. Let's do 30 minutes. So there we go, folks, 30-minute countdown. So we've got to now get everything done in 30 minutes, so we're all plated up nice and hot. Am I any good at making cakes? Mrs. Owl, am I any good at making cakes?
Okay.
I'm okay. I need a bit of practice, Sammy. I got out of practice with baking and with cakes, that bread and cakes. So I need a bit of practice doing that. Kitten's amazing at making cakes. You'll have to send me some pictures, Comet. She'll be mightily intrigued to see. So I'm just going to give these the heads anyway of our tender stem broccoli a little brush in the oil and seasoning, and then pop them on one side, because there was too much to all stick to the potatoes. It'll give a nice little something to the top of the broccoli. Okay, so let's put that there. I'll put that in 4 minutes time because I don't want that to be overdone. I'm trying to find someone who can make a chocolate fudge cake, but with salted caramel oozing out. I've probably got a recipe that will do that. Probably do. As and when I've got a vac packer, Sally, we might be able to even ship them out as sort of thank yous and giveaways. But sorry to say, that's only if you live in the UK, folks. I'm terribly, terribly sorry about that. We've realised, thinking about it, that international shipping of food might get problematic. Don't tempt you, Sammy. That's what I'm here for. Tempt us all with delightful looking food. Well, I hope it ends up looking delightful. If it looks awful, no. Right. Let's have a... Now, we have an additional problem, folks. The lemon sole is not defrosted. So that's going to be a quick microwave job, I think. It's just... Here we are. Right. Oh, that's a frost as well. So here we are, folks. This should be lying flat, but unfortunately, you can see it's curled in on itself. Yes, that is very frozen. I'm going to, although this bit is not, so let's just do, where is it? Did you run it under cold water? I haven't yet, actually.
I did ask if I should put it in.
Thank you, Sammy. Thank you for the tip. Aha! We have openings. Oh my goodness, there is a lot of lemon sole, actually.
Oh, God's sake.
Okie. What's up, my love?
I keep going on the wrong, I keep drawing on the wrong layer.
Can you recover it? Oh, I'm having art problems. Thank you very much, Sammy. There we go. That's solved that one. And it's such a good piece, actually. Gosh, there's absolutely nothing to trim off it. That's fantastic. I might lose the very edges. Let's just do a little bit of trim work. And since we've done all of our... Oh, gosh, actually, is it really defined? Let's have a look. Yeah. Yes, I was tempted for a moment, Sammy. I shall... we shall proceed with improvisation. So that's not doing the trick. What even is this? I'm Pewds. Hello, I'm Pewds. This is a cooking stream, and this is lemon sole, tender stem broccoli, and a sauce just over there. Welcome on in. Say hello to Pewds, everybody. Let's find a sharper knife. There we go. A little bit of trim work. Just take off some of these edges, which are not really going to bring much to the party. I've put 12 pics of cake on air. Oh, this is Rexus. Oh, hello Rexus, how are you? Thank you, Convict. I shall look forward to seeing those pictures. So we're just going to take a little bit the edges of our lemon sole. It's a little bit of trim work for what we don't want to keep. And then as we are approaching time, I'm going to do these into slightly smaller chunks. Here we go. So sort of nice single person portions there, length of a blade. So let's start to arrange these. Now let's see, because I planned crispy skin, but I made the error, as I say, of not realising that I'd not taken it out soon enough. So the crispy skin might go by the wayside just this time, because what we might end up with is soggy skin, which quite frankly I don't think either of us want.
I don't even want
Mrs. Alderson, salt on the top will crisp it. Marvellous, Sammy. Marvellous. So let's keep that one out, because I'm not that confident with it not being... Again, my fault, I'm not taking it out soon enough. So let's do these outside. We'll salt the tops of them like Sammy suggests. Let's give that a shot. Where's my waste food bag gone? Hang on. There we go. There we go. And now we have fillet number 2. There we go. So I hope everyone is having an absolutely marvellous week. If anybody, by the way, is a streamer out there and is streaming tonight, please feel free to put your hand up and let the world know. Good gosh, this is a lot of fish. There we are. So, let's move what we prepared out of the way. So, so now Sammy today has been, I think, on FIFA. I saw Convict, I think, yesterday testing out VR. And of course, Lottie probably taking a well-deserved break after her 24-hour marathon charity stream. Oh, Smoke, you're going live at 7. Oh, marvellous. Ladies and gentlemen, if you fancy anything more faster paced, the Marvellous Smoke will be on at 7. Lovely to have had you here, Smoke. Enjoy your stream. I can't promise we'll raid because I'm downstairs in the kitchen and I can't do it from here, but I shall encourage people if you are live. Sammy was doing UFC 4. The UFC game looks quite fun, actually. Have I considered making homemade pasta? Absolutely have done. I'm sorry, some people here will go, oh no, he's telling the same story again. But Mrs. Owl and I, when we were on honeymoon, had the pleasure of making pasta in Florence. And it was an absolutely lovely day, and I've not done it since, and I would absolutely love to do it again. So that will certainly happen at some point. That is a guarantee. So let's lose some of these excess bits here. Now, let's do a bit of improvisation. So, right. We're going to do the section number 1. I'm going to season these with a little oil, a little seasoning and a little lemon juice. Pop in some tomatoes with them just to gently cook. And the other ones I'm going to leave out in the oven so the tops get crispier, taking Sammy's suggestion of putting salt on them, just as an improvisation. So here we go. That's just a gentle spot of lemon juice. Let's take away the pips. Yes, I must admit, I had a marvellous time making the pasta. It also helped that our hosts said you're entitled to, we'll give you a free glass of wine. And several carafes later, we sort of staggered out at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I had to go and have a lie down. There we go. Roll the lemon, we'll make. Thank you, Sammy. Sammy here with the tips from the side. Good man. Right, let's. For a start, let's wash my hands because I'm getting a bit mucky. Hang on. Let's get them off. So, spot of seasoning. Going to pop in a few tomatoes as well, just to roast with them. Going to loosely cover, and then we'll unearth this as we go. Herbs on the top. Quite right, I forgot the herbs. Where's my time? Gentle hand with the herbs. So there we go, folks. A little fish parcel. That's fish parcel number 1. So let's pop that in the oven now. Ooh, that's steamy. So our potatoes are already starting nicely. So let's throw these in as well. Nice little arrangement. Just going to join it with a little bit of our tender stem broccoli, which will hopefully just be just the right level of crispy by the time we're all done. There we are. A little rugged around the edges, but it should be a tasty, tasty thing. Now, let us. What's next? Right, we've used most of the tomatoes. That's good. Let's clean that out of the way. So, check in with Mrs. L. How's the arm? Only. Can you reveal what you're drawing?
The Snorlax cream bun.
Oh, the Snorlax.
But like, I don't know if it looks quite murderous. It's the jam, so it looks like blood.
Oh. I'm sure it will look not murderous. Is the broccoli being served al dente? It's certainly be a bit crisp. I don't want it completely soft. However, if it is a little on the too much al dente side, I might just launch it back in again. Right, let's do a clean-up whilst we have the opportunity. And then let's get this second lot of fish in, which I'm going to put in for less time, just because it's not going to be enclosed in other things. So I want that skin open to the elements. There we go. So that's, where's my second tray? There's my second tray. Oh, and I can report the sauce is looking rather nice. We shall have another look at that in a moment. So here we go. I'd also, I don't know what, Sammy, what you think of the. Do you know what, Sammy? I beg mea culpa here. I've read it and I've now forgotten what I read, so I'm going to have to go and read it. I remember going ooh at the I remember my expression of ooh. So I think the answer is yes, but I need to remind myself. Huge fan of pasta dishes. So what I'm going to do here, folks, is, again, it's Sammy's suggestion, we're going to salt the top to try and get this crispy. I can also possibly deploy a pan, I suppose, just before serving and just flip it. And we'll do the same again in terms of giving it just a spot of herbs, maybe a spot of pepper. I remember very fondly doing something, touch of oil. Good suggestion. Thank you, Sammy. Let's just do. I'll wash my hands in a moment. So, applying the general principles, as I say, of that we said before in this chat of Carluccio, the great Italian chef who used moff. Minimum of fuss, maximum of flavour. So really, when you boil it down, in terms of ingredients and herbs, we've used carrots, celery, onion, and fish and tomatoes. No more than 5 ingredients when you actually boil it right down. So there we go. I'm going to use a spot of sea salt. And Rob's here as well. Hello, Rob. How are you? We'll say hello to Rob. We've got a busy day here, Rob. We've got lots of people in. And my goodness, the stars really have aligned. We've got Waffle here as well. How are you, Waffle? It seems like forever since I've had the pleasure of your company. Welcome on in. Everyone say hello to Rob and Waffle. I hope you're both having marvellous, marvellous days. We are in the throes of making dinner. We're going to have to return to the day job in the evening. You're still working and you're making hikes. Working as usual. Oh, I'm sorry, Waffle. When's your next stream, Waffle? Waffle here, first-person shooter extraordinaire. Marksman, the likes of which you've never seen. Oh, goodness gracious, and a raid as well. What is going on this evening? Reaper, thank you very much. And Meowkai's here with the raid as well. Everyone say hello and show some love to our raiders. Goodness, what an evening this is. I never knew Lemon Soul would be so popular. I have to do this more often. My goodness gracious me. So, I am, and I shall look to Sammy if I am in error here, but I'm going to just put them in open with the salt on top. I'll keep an eye on them and hopefully they will crisp up nicely. Got 20. Do you know, folks, I think this is the largest number of viewers, I think including our affiliate stream, that we've ever had. So thank you ever so much to everyone. My new raiders, who's raiding who we've not said hello before? Put up a big yay or something. Let us know you're here. It's told 20 of you. My goodness gracious me. Yes, don't be shy, raiders. We are all very, very, very relaxed here, apart from when I'm making mistakes. All friendly faces here. Give us a yay and a hello. Let us know who you are. I have created chaos in the kitchen. We're here to watch some cooking. Well, you've arrived just in time. Let's do a spot check. Where are we up to? We are just cleaning down from where we've reached so far. I'm just making sure I've not forgotten anything. Hello, Reaper, and of course it's Reaper, the birthday boy. Everyone, happy birthdays to Reaper. And if we haven't clipped the you're kidding, Sammy. Have I missed it again? If you cover the skin, it won't crisp. Thank you, Sammy. The skin is exposed, which is a sentence that the Twitch filters are going to explode at. We've got Reaper here. Hello, Reaper. How are you? Sammy, I don't know what it is. You're the most unlucky of our followers. Yes, I do declare. Right. Let's see. Where are we? Thank you, Miyaki. What we are making is, in fact, I shall bring it over. Let's see how we are getting on. Whoops, daisy. Or a heat-proof mat. We have got our Italian sauce that's been simmering away. Let's have a look. Oh, that's looking quite good. Let's do a quick stir and a taste test. But our tomatoes have come down. Nice. Everyone can have a smell. There we are. Shall waft it towards you. Hang on. There we are. I'm good finishing my stream and raiding you. Let's get cooking. Absolutely. Let's crack on. So, what we've got is the holy trifecta of Italian sauce making. We've got our tomatoes. We've got our carrots, onions. I've elected for shallots even, because they are slightly sweeter, and plenty of tomatoes. Although I'm looking at it, I think we could do with more tomatoes. So that is exactly the next step we are going to take. But it's looking good, it's reducing nicely. But I'm going to give it a bit more oomph in the tomato department. So let's whip that out of the way. In fact, let's also do a quick spot check. In fact, everyone gets, hidden content for everyone today, because there's so many of us. This is what you really come to Twitch for. Ringside washing up. Phew. Top stuff, this. You're hungry again. Oh, meow, I'm sorry. Every time you come to my stream, I'm making you hungry. Although you do now, I applaud the notion of having a please feed me element to the stream. I think that's tremendous. Send me food. I love that. A marvellous idea. Rather than the tips and subs, forget that. I want some good-looking food. Get on board with that. So, absolutely. Yes, this is like a sort of DVD edition. Bonus material. Washing up. You've got other people there doing professional stuff like first-person shooters, competitions. Nope, here you get a bit of washing up and fair and liquid. I give you ideas and you ignore. Sammy, I've not missed another one. Mrs. Owl is just cut off. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Convict. I'm getting my camera angle. You were nearly in shot. Convict was kindly reminded me. No problem, okay, see you soon. You think the Snorlax looks murdered? Mrs. Owl is currently drawing a Pokemon Snorlax. Ah, right, okay, Sam. Okay. I'm sure it doesn't, my love. Bonus material complete. Spot of the old washing up. I can see the washing up has dropped us from 20 people to 12. So there are 12 of you brave enough to hang on whilst I do the washing up. My thanks to you. So let's throw some more tomatoes in. We're going to have to do a bit of a taste of how we're getting along. I actually used all the tomatoes.
Does he look murdered? Like he's been murdered?
I don't think he looks like he's been murdered. Do you think it's the jam?
Yeah.
And good, a brand new follower. Hello, Premier316. Thank you very much. Welcome on into the roost. Do you want to come and show the guys?
I need to ask him.
Oh, thank you, Convict. The king of washing up.
No.
No, you're not. No, Mrs. Howe just gave an emphatic no to me being the king of washing up. Right, I think this needs a little taste test, this sauce.
Ooh, can I taste?
Do you want a taste?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get a tasting spoon from Mrs. Actually, shall we bring it over here? Hang on a minute. Grab yourself a spoon, my love.
Indeed.
Here we go.
That doesn't go there.
Okay. Here we are, folks. Mrs. Owl's going to give her opinion.
Did you just put this directly onto the...
No, I put it onto a heat mat.
Okay.
I was so stealthy you didn't see it happen.
These are very chunky.
They are a bit. It's not the best sauce I've ever done, but hopefully it should be tasty. And the Ranger, the Green Ranger has followed us as well. Thank you very, very much indeed. What do you think?
It definitely needs more pepper.
More pepper. What do you think elsewise?
I don't know.
Not sure.
It is tasty.
Let me have a taste. I'll put this down. Do a quick swap with Mrs. Owl. Hang on. Whoops. It's all right. Let's see. Yes, welcome on in to the Thar Green Ranger, or that Green Ranger, or the Judge, Jury, and Execution. No, absolutely. I'm cooking for an audience of one. Let's have a. It's sweet enough for sure. More pepper, definitely. How's things in terms of? I know what it's missing.
What?
I've not put the flaming garlic in it. That's what it is. Right. We have our answers, folks. The sauce will be fixed. I have forgotten. In fact, it's one of the first things I said I was going to do. I've completely forgotten. When you're cooking for the other half, it has to be 110%. Absolutely it does. My audience have won it. Cannot be wrong. Let's grab ourselves and stealing from... And here's a tip, folks, when you're cooking, and if it says you need garlic in it, and you're thinking, oh, heck, you're going to end up with a situation of eating big chunks of garlic. My thanks to Mr. Gordon Ramsay. I stumbled upon a technique thanks to him. I'm sorry to my regulars. I know full well that I've said this to you many a time, but the tip is don't bother cutting it. What you want to do instead, which we'll demonstrate in a moment, and there are faster ways to get garlic skin off. One of them is to actually run it around a metal container. Just shake. My wife would murder me if the curry's not done right. As well, when you're gearing up for a good curry, if the curry flops, that's a problematic state of affairs. So I'm curious, do we have a lot of people here who are aficionados for food? Is this just because you're a lover of food, or you're looking for tips? I suppose if you're looking for tips, you're spotted you're probably in entirely the wrong place, given that we are, I don't know how far into this stream, and I have completely missed, entirely missed one of the principal ingredients, and I've said all along the sauce is the most important bit, and then completely forgot to put this in. And I know Reaper's here because we'll sing happy birthday to him. And I love to... Good, Omega, I'm in your camp. Why are we here? We love food. Marvellous. So I'm not quite sure what food we're going to do next week. I might do a spot of curing and possibly fermenting project. You're here for the voice. Convict is very kind. I'm still waiting, Omega, for the moment where we see dramatic reading Mark II. Thong Song Harder, I suppose. I suppose maybe, actually, if I'm being fair, I should probably start from the beginning and give it to you all the way through. Which is not a sentence I ever thought I'd say on Twitch. Forgive me if I'm round. If I'm wrong. Am I from Surrey? I'm not from Surrey, funnily enough. I am from the north. I'm in the far-flung corner of the countryside. Which is why sometimes if we disappear for a moment, it's because we've got countryside Wi-Fi, and sometimes it blips, or as Convict realised I've not turned the router off for God knows how long, and thank you, Convict, for reminding me frequently to do that. But no, I am in fact from the north, as is Convict, north of the United Kingdom. Something is whining outside for some reason. What's that? Oh, it's a digger. Right, okay. So, let us... Hang on, where's it gone? There it is. Washing up Mark III, folks. Prime television stuff. Ow, ow, ow. Sorry, Mrs. Arm, would you mind grabbing me a plaster?
What have you done?
I accidentally, whilst trying to clean the grater, grated myself,
God.
which was perhaps a little foolish. You're about to cook. Sammy, what are you cooking? Mrs. Owl is now reaching for the first aid box. No, it's fine. And J3 channel is here, and to hello Mrs. Owl. How are you, J3? It's all right. Thankfully, it's not really bleeding at the moment. I can tell if I get close to anything else, it's going to sting like nobody's business.
Where is it?
There. So I'm going to be getting citrus
Yeah?
and stuff. Yep, that's the one. Thank you. Ooh, Sammy's doing shepherd's pie.
Oh.
I love shepherd's pie. There we are, folks. No audio because I'm at work. Don't worry, J3, and this is for J3. J3, thank you for being here. No worries, Omega. We'll talk to you anon. Thank you for joining us. All the best to Mrs. Phoenix and Little Phoenix. What I did, Sammy, was I was cleaning the grater and decided to clean it with my own finger, which is not the best way forward. In fact, Maniac Pro Chef here. Right, just going to show, in case anyone here... Gosh, what a mess I've made right there. Right. Poor Mrs. Owl, every time I do a stream, it is a battleground of ingredients and washing up. Which I will then do expertly. So here we go, folks. Simply take garlic, use grater, carefully, as I've just demonstrated. So then you get right to the end nib, which we leave on the hard bit. Turn, you've got all your garlic there. Straight into the sauce, and then it will effectively just dissolve quite nicely. And my thanks to the craggy-faced Mr. Ramsey. Nice thing I've been able to pick up from one of his 10-minute challenges. We will also do some more challenges again, I just haven't decided which ones yet. So there we go, again. And here's an extra tip that I discovered. Don't forget to wash up the grater when you're done, otherwise it will absolutely stink garlic. And that was my mistake the last time. So, there we go. Into our sauce. As Mrs. Owl spotted, we need a bit more in terms of pepper. Woof, that cat, I know. Talk about pro changing camera angles there. There we go. Spot more pepper. In fact, I'm going to give it just a little extra bit of white wine. That's a nice stir through. Pop the lid back on there. And there we go. Hopefully, if I now leave that alone until it comes to time to serve, we should have a tasty, tasty Italian sauce. Watching this reminds me when I used to watch the Food Network when I was younger. I feel at peace. That is what we're aiming for. Also, just to check, so I don't mispronounce people's names, do you prefer Green Ranger, or just Ranger? We aim to give people a little corner of peace on Twitch. Because otherwise there's lots of explosions, there's lots of bangs, there's lots of drama, and I'm all for showing the love and hype trains I know about. We don't... There's not a lot explodes and bangs around here. Green or Ranger? I'm going to go for Ranger. I like Ranger. This stream is my piece. That's what we're aiming for. A little bit of calm, a little bit of relaxation. Or in Mrs. Owl's case, it's relaxation after I've done it, and I've done all the washing up. Because honestly, I can't show you it all, but it is like I have used every implement, every ingredient, everything. Oh dear me. So washing up as I go is a sort of imperative. Otherwise, I'd just be overwhelmed with ingredients. So there we go. Oh, and for you too, I'm glad you find it peaceful. I'm glad you guys find this relaxing. If you want more relaxation, we are going to play RimWorld tomorrow at 8 o'clock. The colony is in a little bit of difficulty, but we'll see if we can turn it around.
Wasn't Louis about to die or something?
Lewis, I know is still here. Lewis made a bid for freedom, and he found a cold spot to escape the hot snap. Convict at the moment, bless his heart, has got a case of mechanite poisoning, although having looked at some RimWorld lore, he might well pull out of it. Apparently there are 2 types of mechanite poisoning, so we don't know. Convict might make it, but he's certainly working hard right to the end. Bless his heart. But that's going to be tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And Meowkey's back. Hello, Meowkey. Have you got any food? Are we still going to be making you hungry? On that note, let's see how our oven dishes are going. Right. Butchers. Ooh, good steam. So here we are. We're getting some, hopefully you can see some nice colouring is coming on the potatoes. We're getting nice crisping on the, in fact quite a lot of crisping on the tender stem broccoli. I might whip them out. If I pull that back, you can probably see we're getting some blanching on our tomatoes. So, in fact, let's pop this back in and keep it cooking. It made me hungry, so I'm now eating Mars bar cake. What was that? What's the cake, my love, that you told me about?
Mars bar cake.
Oh, what was it? You and Mrs. Owl know about Mars bar cake. I keep meaning to make it.
We have made it before.
Have we?
Yeah.
Have I just forgotten?
Yeah.
Mars bar cake, though. It will never appear in it.
Waiting to happen.
It's a heart attack waiting to happen, but it's a bloody good one.
It's so delicious.
Oh. And now, folks, with all that done, all there is for me to do is wait for a couple of minutes, have a lovely chat with your good selves, and we will see, one, whether or not the fish is properly done, which is going to be, I suppose, the first question. The sauce is happily bubbling away, so whatever state we get to with the sauce, I mean, it's all going to be cooked. It's whether or not I've done it justice by having kind of rushed into the start of the stream. We might do it good. Devil cake is a heart attack food. What's devil cake, Convict? Tell you what, whilst we're here and waiting, what's everyone's greatest food of sin? What's your favourite, I shouldn't really eat this, but I'm going to eat it food? Let's see around, what's the chat's, not sinful food, what's your food of delicious delight? Really heavy fudge cake.
Do you mean like a guilty pleasure?
That's the guilty pleasure, except we're not going to feel guilty here. You know, bubble tea. Ooh, we know about bubble tea. So I am from the 1800s. I'm just learning things and sounding really excited about it. Sometimes, actually, when I was watching that Captain America second film where he got that notebook and he's trying to catch up on everything, I sometimes feel like that. Just go, I've learnt of bubble tea. Tick. Ooh, peanut butter Oreo brownies. Ooh, a Nutella Ferrero Rocher and Oreo cheesecake. Wow. That sounds cracking, Lottie. Wowzer. Yeah, I think, to be honest, we shouldn't feel guilty about food. Particularly, I know that there's going to be some more healthy food on there. As you can see, so far, healthy food has not really formed a massive part of what you've seen. But if you're going to enjoy food that's not particularly healthy, I think it's actually quite a negative thing to attach the word guilty to it. And I should slap my own hand for doing it, for even saying it. If you're gonna have something that's not 100% healthy, you should be able to sit back and say, well, I know that I'm going to eat something that's not massively healthy, but by God, I'm going to enjoy doing it. I'll get back to eating healthily tomorrow. So I implore you, if you Meowkai has redeemed her dramatic reading, and I am on tenterhooks because she was laughing on her own stream as to what she was going to request. Meowkai, what would you like dramatically read? Mrs. L may need to help me here if I haven't got the lyrics. Bad Guy by Billie Eilish.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hang on.
That
Meowkai, are you changing your mind? I might need... You're going to save up some more. Do you want Billie Eilish? Oh, hang on. See how the food's getting on too. Mrs. Al, could you oblige me with the lyrics
You
to...
want me to find the lyrics?
Would you mind awfully? Because otherwise I'd have to... Hang on, Meowky, I forgot what did I say. You said Billie Eilish, bad guy. If I die fat, I'll die happy, because then I've enjoyed myself. Yes, Lottie, please do. And if you... our Discord channel has got an entire food section. I will always want to see people's food explorations. Food may not be all of life, but by God, it's a lot of it. Right, tender stem broccoli, I think, is done. I think these potatoes could... Let's just have a little... They need about 5 minutes more, I think. They could do a bit more browning. So, let's...
There you go.
Oh, thank you very much, madame. Mrs. Owl as ever a star who pretty much... The entire stream would not happen if Mrs. Owl was not here, if I'm putting it simply. In fact, most things probably wouldn't happen if Mrs. Owl wasn't here. I would still be saying things and sounding like occasionally like Boris Johnson. But the less said about Boris Johnson, the better, I think. So let's pop all of that back in. Because I can tell the fish needs more time too. So I'm going to pop our quite well done tender stem broccoli to one side. Right. Meowkai requested dramatic reading. Not, however, with lots of gubbins and bits and pieces in the way. Right, here we go. I'm not going to read this, Meowkai. I'm looking at the camera. So when I say, here we go, this will be my first ever time knowing what these lyrics are. Ladies and gentlemen, for Meowkai's pleasure, a dramatic reading of Billie Eilish, Bad Guy. White shirt, now red, my bloody nose. Sleeping, you're on your tippy toes. Creeping around like no one knows. Think you're so criminal. Bruises on both my knees for you. Don't say thank you or please. I do what I want when I'm wanting to. My soul, so cynical. So you're a tough guy. Like it, really rough guy. Just can't get enough guy. Chest, always so puffed guy. I'm that bad type. Make your mama sad type. Make your girlfriend mad type. Might seduce your dad type. I'm the bad guy. Duh. I'm the bad guy. I like it when you take control. Even if you know that you don't own me, I'll let you play the role. I'll be your animal. My mummy likes to sing along with me, but she won't sing this song. If she reads all the lyrics, she'll pity the men I know. So, you're a tough guy. Like it, really rough guy. Oh, hang on. Sorry, it skipped, folks. Oh, no, hang on. Where's it gone? Oh, no, I've lost the lyrics. Wait, hang on. There we are. So, you're a tough guy. Like it, really rough guy. Just can't get enough guy. Chest always so puffed guy. I'm that bad type. Make your mama sad type. Might make your girlfriend mad type. Might seduce your dad type. I'm the bad guy. Duh. I'm the bad guy. Duh. I'm only good at being bad. Bad? Oh, the lyrics aren't scrolling. Oh, come on. Oh no, I've lost them. No.
Bernie's is really bad.
Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I've lost the lyrics. Oh, I'm determined to finish this. Oh, come back, please. So, hang on. Everyone hold that thought. What's happened? Come on, lyrics. Please. Folks, I'm so sorry. I can't get it to scroll. It's just jumping to the end. I don't think it's your phone, my love. Meowkai, I will finish that for you in your own private recording. I shall record it and send it to you. I shall remember where I got to. But ladies and gentlemen, for Meowkai, thank you for the dramatic reading request. That was nearly all of Billie Eilish's Bad Guy. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry I'm sorry it didn't. I'm so sorry. I shall do the end for you, Meowkai. I shall golf claps. Nobody needed that, did they? Bless you. Thank you, Meowkai. I hope you enjoyed. Let me return her phone to Mrs. Owl.
Thank you.
as the website. I just went a bit potty. Ah dear. Right, folks. Where were we? What was I doing? I like these dramatic reads. They're quite fun. Although I'm afraid the thong song got me completely. I just did not know where that was coming from. Right, hang on. Let's see. Sauce right off the hob. Plenty of steam. Let's see. Where's my tasting spoon? It's covered in garlic peel. That's not helpful. Nope. Right. Let's have another quick taste. Let's see how we're getting along. It's nicely reducing now. I think this is much better. Although I'm afraid the chunks are a little bit too big. It's because I've... Yeah, oh yes, Ranger, there is part 1 of the thong song is on Instagram. There will be a part 2. That's much better. So, the next question is, how are we doing in terms of our fish? Let's have a look. Let's get a couple of plates to serve. Goodness gracious, the mess that I make. Dear me. And that's another reason why I end up working late, of course, is that I will wash the kitchen, then go back to work, because otherwise it would be chaos. Let's move Kindle out of the way. So we're nearly done now. Well, I hope so anyway, because if not, unfortunately the fish might take a long time. So let's just get our plates ready to serve. There we go. Right, so... Yeah, sorry Miyaka, I didn't mean to confuse you right from the off. But yes, I think we'll add in as well, because I know some people enjoy some more of the dramatic stuff, and I might do silly dramatic reading, and I might do serious. If someone wants me to actually do something they really enjoy, I'll do that. But let's just try some artistic plating here as well. Let's just see how that goes. Not really the principal point. It should just be to enjoy the food, enjoy what we're eating. So let's have a look. Potatoes aren't quite there yet. And Sammy's still here. Hello, Sammy. Tomatoes are blanching quite well. Let's just see. Potatoes do feel done. Let's just... Well, I could probably do with a minute more. I'm saving up for me to read Supertato. I don't know what Supertato is, but I shall absolutely... We shall look it up. Let's just have a... Right. Oh, yes, the fish is definitely cooked all the way through. Certainly on that one. The crispy skins, I'm not so sure about, but that I think I will have we'll do that separately, because I know Mrs. Owl also... We need to also eat. Dying to listen to the reading of the thong song. Well, I have a sneaky suspicion that some of my my mods and regular watchers send a photo. We will love it. Thank you, Lottie. I have a feeling it may happen tomorrow because they've been suspiciously quiet with the chat points. So all I can say is I have this slight suspicion. Part 2 might just make an appearance tomorrow. Right. Let's do just a little pleasant plating up. So what I have to say now, folks, as that we are reaching the end of the stream, as we are plating up. But it's been marvellous fun having you all here, and so many of you as well, as probably the most we've ever had. So I'm deeply grateful. Here is our sauce. Here we go. So if you want to be there for that, 8 o'clock British Standard Time tomorrow, in the evening that is, not the morning. I will be at work in the morning. So don't be waiting for Rimworld then. So a little light Italian sauce. Let's do ourselves a couple of neat pieces of lemon sole. Let's give the nicest ones to Mrs. Owl, I think. So let's just gently plate that there. Oops, daisy. You're not missing anything, folks. I'm just fiddling with fish off camera. So there we go. So 1, 2. Come on, little fishy. You're needed upon a little dishy. You're needed on a little dishy. In fact, actually, it's just so. There we go. Yeah, smell-o-vision would be great for these sorts of streams. I'd love that. Marvellous. Could let you know what we're experiencing here in the kitchen. I think that'd be great. So there we go. Just a little, hopefully delicate presentation. So 1, 2, 3. I mean, I'll be honest, Mrs. Allen and I are going to end up eating all these potatoes. But for artistic purposes alone, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining with us. I give you a simple Italian basic sauce with lemon sole with herbs, tender stem broccoli, and some herb, crusted might be the wrong word because it didn't quite get crusted, but some herbed new potatoes, and there we are. With only 5 ingredients, basically. And let's just see how the skin's going on the other one. So here's our other one. The skin is not quite there, so I'm going to leave those in. And I will deploy them later and tell you all how it's going. Oh, Convict is about to stream as well. Hello, Alice. You've joined us just as we're finishing. Folks, there are many people streaming this evening, as I will tell you how it tasted if it worked. Convict doing VR. We've got Smoke is streaming as well. Don't worry, Alice, it's lovely to have you. Everyone say hello to Alice. A frequent flyer. I need to stick a VIP next to her name. So let's just see how the potatoes came out. Oh, hot. Hot. Try the fish. Nice and crispy on the outside, really soft on the inside. Very, very tasty. Tell you what, let's tell you how the sauce and the fish goes together. I'll not steal from Mrs. Owl's dish, that was hers. So just take a little of the fish. There we are. Lemon sole is a really light flavour. The lemon comes through, I should hold it up for smell-o-vision purposes. The lemon comes through very well indeed. The sauce, I'm glad to say, is packing a really... The sauce so far is actually my favourite bit.
I'll try some.
Yeah, the sauce has come out, I think, almost better than the lemon. So that's down to me, though. Sammy very kindly tried to pull me out of it, but I didn't take the fish out soon enough. Do you want to... Okay, this is for Mrs. Owl. Here we go. What do you think? Happy, lady? The sauce has come out nicely. The fish...
But it would definitely be better if it was actually smaller.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Comment if you're streaming or not. I hope you enjoy playing. I can't unfortunately host anyone, I'm afraid, just because we're down here in the kitchen. But folks, we shall stick a picture of this for ad memoriam on our Discord. Thank you ever so much for. Oh, what? Oh, I forgot the tomatoes. What am I doing? Hang on a minute.
I just burnt my mouth on a potato.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was nice though.
It's a nice sort of burn. So a couple of blanched tomatoes.
This looks so good.
Yeah, Mrs. Al's okay. We're going to go off and eat this. Thank you ever so much. We've had so many subs, resubs, raids, support, general love and kindness and gentleness, which is what we epitomise here. We're going to be back on at 8 o'clock tomorrow. I hope as many of you as can join us. We'll be playing RimWorld in a gentle way. Meowkai, I owe you a recording of the end of your dramatic reading. We are just finishing Falama, but you are as welcome for a moment at the end as you are for an entire stream. Thank you for being here. It did succeed. We'll take some pictures of it. So to everyone, thank you so much for joining us. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Take care. Have a lovely, lovely evening. Anyone who is live, please shout now. And I shall encourage any of you who are watching, because I know everybody here. I've seen all your names. I know you all. If anyone is streaming, shout. And Jess Dillons, thank you for being here. Oh, Sammy, thank you. You're right. Smoke is streaming. So Smoke, I've forgotten his tag. It's at Smoke Official, I think it is. But if anyone can pop before I turn off Smoke's tagline in the chat. He's a marvellous fellow. He's very engaging, very chatty. Thank you, Lottie. I can't raid you to him because of where I am, but I implore and encourage you to his company. He's marvellous fun. So until then, until tomorrow, take care. Have a lovely evening wherever you may be, and we shall see you then for hopefully not the end and demise of an entire RimWorld colony. All right, folks. Have a good night. We'll see you then. Take care. Toodaloo. Bye. That came out all right, actually.